What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. I went on another pick today, man. I was up in West Jefferson, and it's pretty cool, man. I seen this thing on the marketplace, and it reminds me of, it's really one of the first Coleman lanterns I ever bought, and I used, and I also lost it. I lost it canoeing down the river. I was young, a little inexperienced on the whole camping canoeing, and I didn't have my stuff tied in good, and I flipped the canoe, and there went my first Coleman lantern. So I seen this one, man. It was in pretty good looking shape, so I was like, I've got to have that. I want it to put up. It looked really good, original. So I'll show you what I got. It's in the box. Here we go. Nothing fancy, nothing. But like I say, it was one of the first I ever bought. This is before I bought the Coleman North Star, because the glass is very exposed on these, and I broke a couple of these glasses in these older type lanterns, and that's why I went with the Coleman North Star, simply because of the cage around it. But this was bought, says $43.99. I don't know the age on it. It might be a little newer than it's the Powerhouse, and I can't remember if my old one said the Powerhouse. Let's get it out and look at it. I hadn't even had a chance to really look at it. But mine back in the day did not have a case with it. This one came with a case, so that's cool. It's got paperwork, limited 5-year warranty in the bottom of the box. I doubt that's working now, so let's see what's going on here. I believe it's probably been ran before, but it looks practically new. We're going to check it out. It does look new, don't it? Or it was packed up extremely nice. Man, if it's new, I don't know if I should fire it. No, it's been fired. The mantles are shredded that's on it. Yeah, it's been fired. It ain't been fired much, though. They took really good care of this lantern. Really good care of it. We're going to keep that. Put it in the box for now. Dude really took care of his stuff. Got the original globe on it, for sure. I had one like this that I'd had a long time, and I got it up here in the shop, and me and my daughter was out here messing around, and I nudged, and it went and broke the original globe. Yeah, it's got what's left of some mantles on it, but I bet it ain't been fired. Look how clean it is. It's like this thing ain't had no run time on it much. Let's take it out of here. Took the bottom of the case, set it over here. Let's check the date on it. 1990, 4 of 90. So this one is just a little newer. Mine was from the 80s. 4 of 90. Well, you know what's getting ready to happen. I can't take it. We're going to see what's up with it. I love to see them burn. Now, these lanterns, I will say this, they're not my favorite model. And I'll tell you why. They don't put out but about 300 candle power. They're good runners. They're good little lanterns, but they're not as bright as some other Coleman lanterns. Let's see if we got any fuel in it. No, he poured the fuel out. Of course he did. Let's see how clean it looks inside. Oh yeah. See, can you see that? It's like brand new. So, where's our fuel? Oh, come here. I'll put a little fuel in it. I believe that's enough to fire it up. Don't you? Surely it is. You know, I got this funnel. It came new with a little stove I got. And I tell you, these little funnels they're the trick. If you can get one, they're plastic. But see that little catch inside it? That keeps the air pressure flowing even as you pour the fuel in. They're killer funnels. I mean, they're not nostalgic. They will be in another 100 years, but right now they're not nostalgic or nothing. They're not like the little copper funnels, which are cool, you know. You know, I'm gonna save those. And let me see here. No, not those mantles. Is this the tray of mantles I'm looking for? I'm going to put some, I'll put some Peerless mantles on it. It's a good clean lantern. It deserves a good, these are 2CHG Peerless. These are 250 candle power. These are good mantles for double mantled lanterns or lamps. I've become a fan of the Peerless mantle. You know, usually you'll see me taking and putting oil on the vent nuts and all that. Man, this thing is so new looking. I ain't even gonna fool with none of that. I can tell you, I probably won't run this lamp a lot. It'll probably be a shop lantern. I just thought it was cool. It was nice. It looked so nice. I just wanted it. Just like so many of you guys, man. I ain't no different. I am a sucker when it comes to a lantern. You know, it's fun. It's fun finding a new lantern, a new to you lantern, and checking it out and seeing it fire. You know, and you know this one is going to. There's a high probability that this lantern's going to fire. You know, and it may not. I may get pumping it up and this and that, and be like, well, this thing ain't doing right. But I've seen a lot worse fire. You guys have seen a lot worse fire with me. Really nice folks that I got this from, and I met a really cool guy today. And I'm horrible with names, and I ain't looking at my phone. He took my number. I think his name was, I want to say his name's Glenn. I ain't gonna call his last name, and I'll double check. But he was a really nice guy, man, and he was on to the Coleman. We got to talking, and I told him I tinkered in this kind of stuff, and he's like, "Hey, man, let me get your number." I was like, "Sure, man." So, you know, always making friends on the trail, always meeting interesting people. You know, that's like I say, I've said it before. That's one of the great things about being a part of the camping and Coleman or Lantern community is everybody's cool. You know, everybody's. I've not met nobody that was uncool to me. Even guys I've never met face to face, like Gerald Mark. Gerald is a really cool guy, and I've corresponded with him a lot and traded back and forth. And I've never got to meet him face to face. And Steve Winkleman from out in Oregon, and Rob Hall from Kentucky. I've never got the pleasure of meeting these guys, but all of them really cool cats, you know. And I feel like I'm their friend, and I had never even met them. I'm gonna put a little oil on this. You wonder what I'm doing? This thing hadn't had much on it in a long time. I'm just gonna put a drop. Where's my oil? Ah. If the shop put messy, it means I ain't been doing nothing. Just put a little oil around it. That should be plenty. I just said I wasn't gonna oil nothing, didn't I? Well, the pump's different. You gotta oil the pump. I'll set my light down here so I can see. I will say that during this era, and even in the 80s, I mean, the quality of Coleman, I thought, was going downhill. I hate to say it, but a lot of guys will agree with you. You know, that's when, you know, they switched to, you know, I don't even know if there's any brass on this lantern. Let me see here. Get in there. All right. Let's see if we can pump it up. This pump is dead. This might have turned into something. See? Let's just push it back a little bit. It's been sitting for so long. Oh, yeah. Just needed to hold her mouth right. I just bent that old neoprene out. I mean, it's in great shape. It just had been in that cylinder for so long. It needed flattening out a little bit. So that's all I did. Let's see now. Yeah. Put a little more oil in it. I don't know if I can get this thing to do or not. This might have turned into something. What I'm doing right here. See, that's pumping. There's pressure in it. I'm probably going to have to put a new pump kit on it. And let me see here. Yeah. I've got one. Can you see it? Yeah. I've got a new pump kit. $4.47. Some new old stock I've had laying around. This is probably the pump kit for this lantern. I know it is, but I don't want to use it if I don't have to. One thing about these, when you switch these pump kits out with these lanterns, it is what's in it. So it's not like putting one of these kits in an old lantern. Never do that. Always replace the leather pump cup. Some cats, you see it all the time. They don't know, you know. They're like, well, I just got a pump kit. It didn't work. And, you know, sometimes all they needed to do was just, you know, put a little oil on it or change the leather. Most of the time, you know, all you need to do is just oil it. That's all that's going in there for now. We're going to fire it up. I think there's enough pressure in there to fire it up. I never liked the way the glass just springs to the bottom of these, and the only thing really holding it on is the nut and the bell. If it ever rusts through around this, you're dying. You're not going to be doing much at all. Let me see here. Come on now. Got her to hold a little pressure. Well, there we go. The pump's going to have to be worked on a little bit. Hopefully I can get it to flatten out some. I might just take it out and try to put some kind of pressure on it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. I want to try to save that. I mean, because it's in great shape. It's just, this thing's been on ice a long time. So, oh, let's see, we move this lantern out of the way. I got another lantern, which, you know, is what it is, but it was still cool and in good shape, and like new in the box. This, it's an old propane lantern, but it is a it's still got all the packing. It's new. It's brand new in the box. One of these old lanterns. Still got the there's the top and oops. Styrofoam on the globe. This has never been fired. And all the packing's down in there. I ain't even gonna mess with this. Anyway, propane lanterns usually ain't my thing, but this one was in very nice shape, and I thought, you know, what the heck? Why not? So I picked it up, and I got it for, I got it for a real good deal, because, you know, to me, these lanterns, these lanterns are really a dime a dozen, but not brand new. So, brand new, which that was cool. All right, the Coleman Powerhouse, all original, and it's running good. Man, thank you for being here. It's always fun to hang out with you guys in the shop, man. I'm ready for some good warm weather so we can go fishing. All right, everybody take care.